Welcome back to another episode of Expertly Unqualified.
Welcome back to another episode, everyone.
We're super excited to have you here today, and if you're a new listener, welcome. I hope you can buckle up and join this wild ride that is Expertly Unqualified. And we got a fun one for you today. But today we are going to be giving you our ick list, things that give us the ick.
I have a lot. Some are rational, some aren't. That doesn't matter. I'm unqualified. I don't care.
It doesn't matter. We'll see if any of our ick lists overlap. And this should be a fun one. And we want you to comment below if you agree with some of our icks or if you have more to add, because we probably forgot some. At first, I was like, there's no way I can create a list for this topic. And then all of a sudden, boom, I have a whole piece of paper full. So hope you're ready. But before we dive into the main topic for today, we have our WHAT news. We need a little theme song there.
Oh, wait, that's taken. No, it's taken.
It's taken. Don't come at us. It's copyrighted.
Oh, I just realized what that was. That wasn't Jeopardy.
I don't know. I can't think of Jeopardy.
That was John Cena's intro song. Okay, everything is the same in my head. Okay, moving on.
Okay, starting off strong with our weekly stats. You didn't need to know, but now you know. Hallie, what's your weekly stat?
Homework assignments I'm behind in. 1.
Okay.
Lost my head start, but that's okay.
At least there's just one.
Yeah, just one.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. You can always come back, knock it out, and move on.
Still get 90% credit.
That's amazing.
Possibly an A.
There you go. Well, 90 is an A, so there you go.
All right, what about you? Any weekly stats?
I have one. I went to the gym the other day, and I decided to switch things up. Usually I'll walk for a little bit and then do like a little strength training and then call it a day. And I've been trying to get better, being more consistent in going, especially because now it's getting colder out. Tears. And so I decided instead of walking on like the treadmill, I'm like, I'm gonna try the stair stepper. I'm like, let's go for it. Like, no one was in the gym pretty much. Said, let's do this. I always see these girls on my For You page and they're like, do this workout or whatever. And they just look so natural doing the stair stepper, you know?
They make it look natural.
Oh my God. So my stat of the week is the amount of time I lasted doing the stair stepper. 7 minutes. I start doing it and it's fine, but the stairs are kind of narrow and I guess I have large feet. I really don't. But I have to like perfectly match up where I'm stepping if I want to step on the whole stair. And then I'm just staring down the entire time. So it wasn't fun. But I was trying to like look up and look natural while going up the stairs. Sometimes I would wait like 3 seconds and then go up 3 stairs and then wait 3 seconds, keep going. And I was trying to get to 10 minutes and then I said, nope, 7's good. 7's where it's at.
No, I'm honestly impressed by the 7 minutes because I remember the first time I used the Stairmaster, like my college's gym had a really like huge selection of machines and I was like, oh, that looks fun. And I saw just people going at like a leisurely pace.
Some people go way too fast on it.
Yeah,
I'm like, how are you doing
way
this?
way too fast. And I was like, oh, that looks fun. I'm gonna try it out. Oh my gosh. No, it hurts. And I was like, oh, I can go faster. No, I could not go faster than that. No, I could not run up the stairs. Honestly, actually pretty impressed by people who can run stairs as an exercise. I don't go down them, but oh my gosh, it is painful.
It is pretty painful, and I can do them on stairs that aren't moving. I think it's the whole moving part. And then, I try to convince myself I like it, but nope. I did get the reward for my watch. It's like first stair stepper workout. It'll be my last one too.
I will always prefer the treadmill.
Yeah, I'll take the treadmill. Maybe I'll try the elliptical. We'll see. Maybe that'll be another stat.
The other thing too is like I know that they have like those little clips. Not everyone uses them, but
I don't think they had one on the stair stepper.
And then like the other thing too is that like just thinking about it, like even if
you fell, you're SOL.
Because I'd rather be flung off a treadmill than flung off a stair stepper. Like even with a clip.
The other day, I don't know whether I was speed walking or starting to run, but I had my phone up on the top of the treadmill and I bumped it. And you remember that Taylor Swift commercial where she's like running and then totally fade? That's exactly what my phone did. And I was like, oh, and it shut up behind me. So yeah.
And the only reason I prefer the treadmill is because it is so much easier to watch TV on a treadmill.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
10 times easier.
It is.
But that's the only real reason.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's my weekly stat. Moving on to headlines of the week. Did you have any headlines of this week?
So, headlines for this week: my fiance is taking the Series 7 exam, which is a finance exam. It's the last one he has to take for now. So, we've been studying, we've been stressing.
But once the test is over, they'll be good.
So, the band aid will be ripped off tomorrow.
Yes.
So, we'll find out. How
Yeah.
about you? Any headlines for this week?
Well, I guess I could call this a headline. I had created a few meal plan ideas for last week. I kind of did my admin hour. Then I created a list of meals I was going to cook. But last week I was so busy, I never cooked any of them. So this week, when I was hungry, I just went back to that list and boom, there. That was what I was making for dinner. So I made a new recipe that I've never made before. It was creamy garlic chicken.
Ooh.
It was really good. Budget bites recipe again. Never been disappointed there. So super easy, super tasty. And now that it's cold outside, you need some warm dinner.
I made a chicken Alfredo a few days ago,
Ooh, I love chicken Alfredo.
and I made it in the Instapot.
Really?
Yeah, so I put the frozen chicken in the Instapot with some seasoning and water because you don't have to defrost the chicken.
Yep, that's the best.
But yeah, and then I just added some like frozen spinach too for some nutrition.
That sounds good.
But yeah, so I have leftovers.
Nice. Okay, moving on to our adulting of the week. I adulted this week. I thought I had mentioned this last week, and I may have, but I just can't remember. It's one of those weeks. I finally took the time. I got this really nice cookbook. Well, I guess it's a recipe book. Recipe book. It's blank, and it's got basically like index size cards that you can fill out. And then it also has like half a piece of paper sized cards you could fill out. So I finally took the time to go through my mom's recipes and write down the ones that I like so that I have them. And I finally wrote them out and put them in the book. I have to add more. I learned how to make chiropita this past weekend, which is basically spanakopita but with no spinach. So I'll have to add that recipe. Turned out really good. Oh, I remembered I have some in the fridge. I should have ate some for lunch. Now I want that. I can eat it when I get home at least. But yeah, that's my adulting of the week. What was your adulting of the week?
I guess I did do homework. I did help my fiance study, but it feels like I did nothing productive.
You were doing all the things, but maybe not the things you had on your to-do list?
No, not the ones I was supposed to do, but I still did some.
Yeah,
Oh, I also cleaned out my fridge.
there you
Yeah,
go.
important.
That, I feel like, is a
Yeah.
whole day's worth task. You're like, "Oh,"
My least favorite.
but it feels so good to clean it out. And then you'll be like, "Why do you have," well, at least in my house, half the second shelf is just sauces
Oh yeah.
and, like, all the door. And I'm like, "What? Why do we need this many sauces open?" We just I don't know. I don't know. And that brings us to our trending topics of this week. Did you have any trending topics? If not, I did have a very interesting one.
What are your trending topics for this week?
Well, two things. I guess they're both about Aldi. One of them was I clicked on the preview for the flyers that will come out this week, and they already have Christmas stuff. It's October. It's still October. Calm down. We need to calm down. So yeah, we need to calm down with all of these holidays happening so early, so fast. So yeah, I wasn't excited to see the Christmas. I don't get me wrong. I love Christmas, but seeing the Christmas stuff in October, they need to cut it out. We haven't even hit Halloween yet.
So, for my trending topic, Starbucks has their holiday stuff. But you know what they don't have this year? Chestnut praline. At least to my knowledge.
What is it?
I'm so mad.
Did they add a new one?
No. So, I mean, sort of. They brought back gingerbread.
That one's
And they got rid of my chestnut praline, which it was.
to me, like, chestnut praline was good,
Mhm.
but it didn't taste like chestnuts or praline.
No.
It tasted like graham cracker.
But it did taste like good cinnamon candle, Not bad cinnamon candle.
I love the caramel brulee, but it's so sweet. Oh, the other thing about Aldi that I was going to add is that they are marketing a $40 Thanksgiving meal for 10 people. Now, I'm not sure, I didn't read too much about it, but I'm not sure if it's like you can just purchase this bundle and they'll pack it all up for you, whatever. Or if you just look at their list and you buy that. But I mean, $40 for 10 people to eat a Thanksgiving meal? That's
Yeah.
cheap.
Only $4 per serving.
Yeah, and it included, I was looking at what comes in it, and it was a 14-pound turkey, some mac and cheese, some green beans, pie, Hawaiian rolls. So basically all the sides you could ask for.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
So you got it all.
Yeah, and so I think that concludes our WHAT news of the week. Who knows? Maybe we'll be getting all do Thanksgiving dinner.
All right, so moving on to our main segment, the ick list.
Yes, yes. This was actually pretty fun to put together. In no particular order, do you want to start with some of your icks? Well, we should probably explain.
Oh, yes.
So, again, this was just like a popular thing that started. I don't know who started it. It probably was popular before social media and all that. I think it's been a combination of things and people that give you the ick that has just turned into, if it's a person who gives you the ick, they're red flags.
Yeah.
They'll be described as red flags. So they can be interchangeable if you're talking about a person. If you're talking about like a thing or something that someone does, it's just an ick. And we've done kind of just a whole bunch of random icks instead of like relationship icks or the
Mhm.
specific categories. So yeah, did you want to start with some of yours?
So again, these aren't like super deep. Like, have you watched what? Never mind.
TV show, movie?
Movie with the little tiny emotions.
Inside Out?
Yeah, okay, sorry. So again, like these aren't super serious. If you ever watch Inside Out, this is more stuff like, oh, the disgust character. But yeah, so
She's a fun character.
I'm gonna start out with some personality and people traits that give me the ick. Number
Oh,
one,
okay.
this one's super common. Being rude to customer service workers. Again, I don't like when men ask me what my age is within 5 minutes of knowing me.
People will ask you that?
Yes, there's no good answer. Like, there's no good reason you need to know how old I am within the first 5 minutes of knowing me.
You could probably guess, like a
Yeah,
guesstimate of a
yeah.
range.
But like,
Why did they care?
you want to know if I'm old enough.
Oh, God.
So if you ask me how old I am within 5 minutes,
You should tell them you're 45.
I either tell them I'm 60 or I'm 16.
You're like, I'm 12.
Again, I mean, like, you can ask me like after 30 minutes.
Yeah.
That's fine.
That just seems extreme.
Yeah, if you know me for 30 minutes, you're allowed to know how old I am, but not within the first 5. That's too early. Another one, it gives me the ick when people use my name, but they don't. I've never introduced myself to them. Like, I know I wear a name tag for a living, but I still
Oh,
think that like
yeah.
it just gives me the ick. I prefer if you like ask like, "Hi, what's your name?"
Oh,
Or just let me
yeah.
introduce myself. Be like, "Hi, my name's Holly." I'll tell you my name.
That's a good one because, well, working at Starbucks, you would always have to wear a name tag
Mhm.
on your apron. And I would always forget it's
Yeah.
there. And then they'd be like, oh, Caroline. And I'm like, how do you know my name?
Like, I don't remember being on a
What?
first name basis with you.
Yeah. I'm
What's your
like, excuse me, what?
If you've ever watched Superstore,
I haven't yet, but
one of the main characters, her shtick is that she writes a different name on her name tag every day
oh, really?
because she says she doesn't like people calling her by her name like they're friends.
Sure.
But
That'd be kind of
again,
fun.
it's like if you let me introduce myself, you can use my name.
Yeah.
And like if you do it back at them, if they're wearing a name tag or a badge, they get so icked out too.
I've never thought about doing that, but I should have and be like, thanks, Joe.
Here you go, Joe. All right, do you have any?
Yeah, okay. So mine aren't like personality traits of people. They're just so random. Okay, so the first one I have is when parents use slang terms. Okay. I didn't need this in my life. I came home and my parents were like 6, 7. And I was like, how do you know that? Like, who taught you that? Just the way that I mean, they probably get the ick when we try to use like groovy or whatever terms that they used way back in the day. But I was like, God, you probably didn't even use it in the correct sense. It just all wrong. So no. And I can thank my uncle for doing that because he coaches girls lacrosse.
Oh yeah, so he has to say
he's
cool.
got an in. And the way he does it is cool. But when
Yeah.
he tells my parents this stuff, then they use it. And then it's like, no, it's not cool. Not cool. It gives me the ick.
Now I feel bad because I recently just taught one of my 40-year-old coworkers how to say clock it, and my coworkers were all cringing, but I was laughing.
It's funny but cringe at the same time. The other thing that gave me the ick is the entire season 9 of Love is Blind. If you have not seen it, I won't spoil most of it. But it just, you're sitting there and you're like, you're kind of sinking back. You're like, oh my God, what is happening? And for rundown of those who have never seen it, it's basically just a trash reality show. People go into these pods, so they're in a room and they can't see the person in the other room through the wall, and they talk and basically fall in love through a wall and then get married. There's a lot of interesting characters, but on season 9, I felt like for one of the couples, they didn't show all of their conversations, which is normal because it's a TV show, but I swear it was like, oh my gosh, Joe, or whatever the guy, just making up these names. Oh my gosh, Joe, do you like cheese and crackers, and then Sally would be like, "Oh my god, Joe, yes, I love cheese and crackers." And then Joe would be like, "Oh my god, no way, we should get married." And that was basically their whole conversation.
It's like, "Wow, we both like Lunchables.
"Oh
Let's
my
get married."
gosh, let's get married, we both like Lunchables." And then the
Right?
other thing that gave me the ick was this one guy made a protein shake on the show that I did not need to see. Okay, I thought it was raw, but it was cooked chicken breast thrown in a NutriBullet with water and Crystal Light lemonade, blended up, and then he drank it. I was like, oh, that gave me the full ick. And especially because when watching the show, I thought it was raw chicken. I was like, so yeah, season 9, terrible.
I'm with you on that one. I was gonna see how long I could go without using my Starbucks drink ick lists, but it's time. Okay, better up. Okay, so 1, I hate the smell of milk gives me the ick. 2, the smell of warm or old milk, disgusting.
Yeah.
Extra hot milk, the worst. Old aprons, disgusting. People who mix lemonade in with any kind of dairy or milk, especially heavy cream, ick.
Oh, that is
It
disgusting.
curls, it turns into cheese. That is how you make farmer's cheese. You mix lemon juice with milk. Disgusting. I hate when they mix chocolate in like lemonade, chocolate and fruit, chocolate and
Sorry,
juice.
chocolate and lemonade?
Disgusting. Chocolate
Ugh.
lemonade, disgusting. Okay, I'll stop myself there for now.
Those are bad. To go off that, the people who are like, I love coffee, and then they really are just drinking a milkshake. Like, no, you
Ick.
don't like coffee. You don't. Not coffee related, but delivery drivers and high school kids who go like 45 miles an hour in a 20-mile-an-hour speed limit
Mhm.
range. They go hauling ass down my street. I'm like, you really need to deliver this package at 5:46 p.m. and
Mhm.
it can't be a minute late or a minute early?
Yeah.
What?
And it's so dangerous. Also, fun fact, if you go over 25, 26 miles over the speed
It's a
limit,
felony, right?
misdemeanor, I think.
Oh, misdemeanor. Just send them to
Yeah,
jail.
bad, jail. You're going to court, but 100% you're going to court. for that.
Send them to court.
Send him to court.
Send them to court.
Another one is people who come before or after the stores open or close,
Oh god, they're the worst.
especially if they start banging on the doors and the windows. It's like, you know you're not supposed to be here.
I was
Why are
only
you
a minute
here?
late. What the heck? The funny thing was there'd be many times when we'd close. Say we'd close at 7:30. I don't remember what time. And it'd be like 7:31.
Yeah.
And then the lady or whoever would come through the drive-thru, and then you can still hear them, but we just don't respond to them. And they're like, I'm 1 minute late. Come on. Are you serious? But not like there's 3 other Starbucks in a 5-mile radius that are still open.
And 24-hour Dunkin' Donuts at
Yeah.
the grocery store. You can buy pink drinks at the grocery store now.
Yeah.
You'll live.
It's probably cheaper.
Yeah, you'll live. You'll be okay. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Trust me.
That's a
you'll be
good
okay.
one. It's a good one. I guess I have a lot of driving ones. When you're at a 4-way stop, there's 2 different versions of this. You're at a 4-way stop and there's 4 cars and they all stop at the same time. And then you do the weird little like silly wave and you're like, no, you go, you go, you go. I hate when there's 4 people at a stop and then you're like, well, who's going first? And then you like start to go and then somebody else starts to go. But I think it's even worse when it's just like one-on-one and you're both like your paths are going to cross. So then you're like, you go. And then they're like, no, you go. And then you're like, no, like you, please go. And then they don't. So then you start to move, you scoot up and then they like start going and you're like, okay, go ahead. No, I wish I didn't have to deal with that. That just gives me the ick when I'm like, go ahead. And then they're like, no, please, you go.
Especially if you're already using like hand gestures. It's just like, take it.
Then they
Just go
flash the lights.
and
They're
then
like,
go,
no, you go.
No,
you go."
no. That's when you wave, you thanks, and then I can't do it without tripping.
I know.
But that is when you wave thanks at
No,
them
thanks.
and you leave. Done.
Yeah, it doesn't work that way all the time, but gosh. I'm just going to keep going with all these car things because there's a theme here, I guess. People who tailgate you, but there's a lane wide open next to you.
Oh, I hate that. Just pass.
Giving me the ick.
It's always
Be like a cow and move over. Just not that hard. It's really not that hard. Additionally, when somebody parks so terribly next to you that you can't even open your door to get into your car. This happened to me on angled parking spots by the gym, right? I'm happy. I'm going to the gym. I got my butt out of bed. We went to the gym, blah, blah, blah. I had a good workout. You know what ruined it and gave me the ick? When this jackwagon parked so close to my car, I couldn't even open up my car door. So I had to go through the passenger side door. And then I thought I had went all the way across the driver's seat. I went to go sit down and I got the, what is it called? I got the parking brake up my butt. I was like, "Ugh,"
Ow!
I get injured for going to
Uh-huh.
the gym.
Yeah. Just because someone was being selfish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, ugh.
And then, um, a big one for me too is when people, like, park over the lines in, like, apartment complex parking
Oh,
lots
yeah.
where it's like, "I know where you live. Like, why are you doing
I
this
will hunt you
here?
down.
Like, why in your own complex? Like, go do that at Target. Get out of here."
Yeah, where there's 5,000 parking
Yeah,
spots.
not here. And, like, apartment complex parking can be really tricky sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah. Did you have any more?
Okay, so you might notice that my theme is Starbucks in public, but another one that gives me the ick is when people touch me in public, especially if it's my hands. Don't touch my hands. I don't like when people
Oh,
touch my
yeah.
hands.
We talked about this before on one of our previous episodes where you're like handing out a cup to a customer and you
Ugh.
purposely have your hand at the bottom of the cup so that
Mhm,
they grab the top part of the cup.
mhm.
But they never do that.
Yeah,
They grab like the bottom as well. Or maybe you're holding it at the tippy top so then you can just like drop it into their hands and be like, see you later. And then they
yeah.
grab from the top and it's no,
Mhm.
it's icky.
And another one that gives me the ick, I'm not even sure if this even counts because it's just obvious. When people pee all over the toilet seats,
Oh,
it's like, can't you just put toilet paper down or
yeah.
hover and
Yeah.
push the toilet seat up with your feet, with your shoes?
It shouldn't be that difficult, but I
We
guess
have
it
options.
is.
We have options, but that gives me the ick.
Speaking of that, it's not even related. When people have bare feet in the airport,
I don't know how you can do that.
the like if you wore
Yeah.
flip-flops, but then you have to go through security and then you got to
Yeah.
take out oh, that's it's almost like when I was a little
Mhm.
kid, this happened to me. When you go bowling and you forget socks. Like that's just gross. That's icky.
Mhm.
And speaking of the airport, so like the airport kind of grosses me out with all the things people are touching, whatever. So bare feet airport, gross.
Yeah.
But also eating, like, certain things at the airport. Like, one time, I was leaving for a flight. It was probably, like, 6:30 in the morning, and there's this guy we're waiting at the gate to board, and there's this guy eating a tomato like how you would eat an apple while we're waiting to board the plane. I'm like, "What?"
What
That
ti
kinda gave me the ick. I was like, "Why are you" first of all, why are you eating a tomato like that? Second of all, why are you eating it at this hour? And third of all, why are you eating that in an airport?
just out of all things, it's just like a whole tomato.
Yeah, he's just gnawing on a whole tomato. I was like, "What?"
One time I was, flying and I was at the security checkpoint and then TSA was looking through my stuff and they, like, pulled out one of my bags to look at it, and I had, like I forgot the name of it, but it's, like, the bigger size not the jumbo, but, like, the bigger Ziploc bag full of baby carrots. I had, like,
Oh,
about a pound of baby carrots on me, and she started laughing hysterically.
that's funny.
I don't know, I thought that would be, like, a normal, like, travel snack, like
That's
baby
a good
carrots.
travel snack.
Yeah, 1 full pound of baby carrots.
Ma'am, what are you trying to be healthy?
Who do you think you are, Bugs Bunny?
No, go
Do
ahead.
you have any more icks?
Well, I have some more airport ones. The people well, this I guess this could be for airports, movies, and plays, any sort of, like, venue where there's a bunch of seating. The people is specifically on the back of the plane who run to the front of the plane once it lands.
It's so silly.
Oh,
It is so silly.
gives me the ick. Like, just sit your happy ass down and wait your damn turn.
I know, especially when they, like, block you from getting your, like, your
Yeah,
carry-on because, like, I always take a carry-on because I
yeah.
don't like checking bags, but
I'm gonna throw elbows.
I
Oof.
know because they're always blocking me from getting my carry-on.
Yeah. I have a few more. Did you have any more?
I have some more too, yes. So, like, I don't think I'm, like, super picky, but I don't like certain textures, so
Oh,
I know I'm not cool for this one, but I don't like raw fish, so I'm not really a fan of, like, raw sushi rolls. I'll
I could
still eat
understand that.
sushi, I just don't like the texture of raw fish. I'm not scared of, like, germs, I just really hate the texture.
Yeah, it's kind of a weird texture.
And this one, I think, is a lot more controversial among Starbucks baristas. I don't like cold foam, I don't like the texture.
Mm.
I did the first time I had cold foam, though, I had the flu.
Oh, that probably ruined it.
Yeah, that ruined it for me, but
Yeah.
the foam I'm done, I don't need to.
I could understand it because sometimes the heavy whipping cream,
Mhm.
like, creates, like, a film in your mouth kind of after you drink it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, like, the texture's always different because, like, those who know, if the cold foam is really good, they made it wrong.
Yeah.
It's if it's bad, they made it right because the recipe is terrible, but, it's like you never know what texture the cold foam's gonna be.
Yeah. I made some cold
Mhm.
foam today. I made a latte My lunch was a latte. It was a maple brown sugar with vanilla sweet cream cold foam all at home.
That sounds really good.
Did I put equal parts coffee and cold foam? Yes.
Does it matter?
Does it matter? No. Was it delicious? Yes. Okay. It gives me the ick when you order something from somewhere and it says delivery by end of day. And then it's end of day and you have no delivery. And then you check and it's like, psych, joke's on you. It actually isn't coming in until Friday, 4 days from now. I'm like, no, lie to
Yeah.
me and tell me it's going to take 6 months to get here. And then when it arrives next Monday, I'm going to be happy as a clam.
AliExpress, I love that they do that. They'll tell me things will take 3 months. They'll get there, like, in 2 weeks,
Yeah,
and I'm always so happy.
do that. Don't do the, "Well, it'll be here next day." And
Yeah.
then that next day, and then they're like, "Actually, it'll be here tomorrow." And then you check tomorrow, and then they're like, "Actually, it's gonna take a whole 'nother week." No, don't get my hopes up. Don't give me the ick. Give me my package and lie in the beginning and then surprise me.
I do that with customers too when, like, things are going very bad. I'll be like, "Hi, as a heads up, it might take" no, I don't say might, I say, "Hi, just as a heads
It
up,
will.
it will be about 25 to 30 minutes for you to get your order today. Everyone impatient will leave. It might take them 3 minutes to get their drink.
Yeah.
It might take them
It's
12."
actually surprising the amount of people who would actually stay in line after you say that.
Yeah, like, a lot. Like, maybe, like, 3/4 won't leave. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna lie. Like, most will
They're like,
stay.
"Okay, that's fine."
"Okay, that's fine."
Like, "What?"
Yeah.
But okay, specifically well, this always cracks me up. So there's a common thing of, like, when women go on a walk, they'll wear, like, noise-canceling headphones and listen to crime podcasts. It's just normal.
Yeah.
So I've got my headphones on, but you shouldn't be wearing noise canceling, but it's fine. It's fine. But it gives me the ick and bothers me to no end when I'm walking on a path and then there's a biker and they don't say anything.
Oh, I
And then
know.
they speed past you, and I'm,
Yeah.
like, doing karate
Mhm.
moves to a bike that's already 50 yards ahead of me. Even if they do say stuff like, "On your left," I'm still like, but at least I have
Yeah.
a reason to be like, "Ah," but yeah.
Mhm.
So, bikers, make sure your presence is known. Be loud.
So, I have one related to bikes too. So,
Oh,
I
okay.
used to bike, like, primarily instead of driving, so I see both sides, but
When they
I'm
take up the whole road.
yeah, so I feel like a lot of bicyclists will choose if they wanna be pedestrian or a, like, driver based on, like, what's most convenient for them, but I feel like as someone who bikes a lot, you need to be as cautious as a pedestrian
Yeah.
and as cautious as a driver, not as ballsy as both. Especially because Illinois just made a new law that bikes aren't legally required to stop at stop signs anymore.
What?
I know, which,
So
like, a lot of
crazy.
people are, like, defending that, but it's just like, okay, so you can crash your bike into a person, which will really, really hurt, probably won't kill them, it'll really hurt them,
Yeah.
or you're gonna, like, get hit by a car and get yourself hurt. So it's like, why? Why can't you just stop? Like, why? Why is it so hard? I know a lot of people will argue with me on that one, but
Yeah. I don't know, and then more of, like but now granted, I'm not a cyclist,
mm,
so you do you, but sometimes I'm like,
yeah.
"There's a nice giant paved path over
Yes!
to the side of the road."
Especially because I don't know the exact laws, but if you can't go, like, fast enough, you can't be biking, like, if
Mm,
there's a minimum, like when I lived in DC, there's this, like, really big loop around the DC area called the Capital Beltway. I would have to take it going to my work every day, and multiple times, like, on a regular basis, I would see bikes on the Capital Beltway, which is a highway. You
yeah.
are not legally allowed to ride a bike on the highway. Why are you biking on a highway?
I
What
wouldn't trust myself, and I wouldn't
like,
trust
you're
drivers.
not legally allowed to drive a motor scooter, like a Vespa, on a highway, so why would you drive a bike?
I don't know.
It's like, just walk it
Yeah.
or go on the sidewalk.
Yeah,
There's options.
there are options.
But yeah, anyway.
Alright, in no particular order, the last 2 I have, pinky rings. I don't know why, they just give me the ick. Maybe
Mhm.
I just don't know how to style them, but I've never really seen one I've liked. I don't know. And then, don't hate me, but I don't like paper straws.
Oh,
I
that's
know that
okay.
they're good for the environment, but no, they just don't taste good. They melt. Not melt, but, like, you're drinking your drink and you don't taste your drink, you taste paper. Yeah. Did you have any other icks?
No, I got through. Thank you, though.
Alright, so that wrapped up our never-ending ick list of different items. We actually put them into categories pretty well without even trying. So we got personality, we got Starbucks, we got airport, driving, you name it, we got it. Hopefully you enjoyed that part. of our podcast. And now let's go into the most important part of the week. Our unqualified rant and unqualified advice. I always remember to do one and not the other. What is our expertly unqualified rant of the week? Holly, take it away.
So right now, my fiance is taking the Series 7, but he's had a couple jobs recently that have conditional employment where he has to pass these exams to get the job. But you can only take the exam if you have a job and a
Oh,
company to sponsor you. So you can't take the Series 7 exam to become like a financial advisor or a stockbroker on your own. You have to have a company sponsor you.
right. And you're not taking the exam right away either. So
No.
then they have to pay you to do that. But then it's
And
conditional?
yes, and I think it's so stupid that they do stuff like that because, like, there are so many studies on this. I've taken business classes before. There's so many studies that say that the most expensive process, like, it is extremely expensive to have churn of employees because
Mm-hmm.
training is extremely expensive to the point that it actually ruins businesses if you have too high of turnover rates.
Yeah.
So why do you keep doing these stupid things where you have conditional employment?
I don't know.
Why can't you just let people take the exam without
Yeah.
getting sponsored by a company? It's stupid.
Or have like two different paths where like you're
Mhm.
hired on for path A,
Yeah.
but if you so choose, we will support you into path B, which is taking the exam and having a different trajectory.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. That seems like a lot of work and money on both people's parts.
Yeah. But I think that's goofy.
Yeah.
Do you have any rants or advice for this week?
I guess my rant is more rhetorical of like, why is it so cold out now? I want to know. Yes, it hit fall. And yes, I was all excited for fall weather, but not the 50 degrees, windy and rainy, and then dark at 6:30. No, I need it to be light out until like 8:30 and then sunny and warm in the morning. I'm just describing summer, aren't I? But I'll just have to get used to it. I do love me some sweatpants and sweatshirt. That is exactly what I'm wearing tonight, or today, I should say. And I'll be living in that for the next 1, 2, 3, at least 4 months. I got my wardrobe picked out at least. All right. And that leaves us with our expertly unqualified advice of the week. Holly, do you have any advice?
Can I steal your advice?
Yes.
Okay, well, I don't think you said this on air, but Culver's now has jalapeno cheese curds. So
Where was the PSA?
I know nobody told me until you. So
It should have been like worldwide. I think I'm gonna get some after this because I just gotta try them.
yeah,
Jalapeno cheese curds. Yum.
all of my other friends fake. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Your true friend will tell you that jalapeno cheese curds are back. They gotta be so good.
They have to be.
Their cheese curds are already so good. Ooh, some ranch with the ranch on the side.
Okay,
Sign me up.
my last piece of advice is if you go to Culver's, get the pretzel bites and the cheese curds, and then dip the cheese curds into the cheese.
Ooh.
I know it sounds crazy, but it's really good.
That sounds really good. I was
Yeah.
gonna say my hack is just get a kids meal because it's basically the same size. Like it's literally the same
Yeah.
size burger as what you would get. It's not a double patty, but
Yeah.
it's the same size burger and
Yeah.
fries, and you get a drink, and you get a token to get a free scoop of ice cream.
I know. I always get the kids meal because of the ice cream.
And it's yeah.
Yeah. And you get a Scoopy token too.
Well, you can use the
Scoopy
Scoopy
token
token
for
for the
that.
ice cream.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, do it.
Yeah.
So our advice: go get Culver's this week
Do
and
it.
report back. We
Do it.
will report back next week on how good it is. Alrighty, well, thank you for joining us on Expertly Unqualified,
Thank you again.
and we'll see you guys next week. Bye.
All right. That's a wrap on our episode of Expertly Unqualified. If you stuck around this long,
You're either extremely loyal, extremely bored, or extremely caffeinated. Either way, we love that for you.
make sure to follow us wherever you get your podcasts and leave a review if you laughed, related, or were personally attacked by something we said. Find new episodes and more on our website, thepodmates.com.
And don't forget, follow us on Instagram and YouTube at Expertly Unqualified. Send us your stories, questions, or weird hot takes. You might just hear them on a future episode.
We are, as always,
Expertly Unqualified. Conversation's so fun, you'll forget we have no idea what we're doing.
was a Podmates production.